Hey everybody, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are cooking up these Butterball boneless turkey breast roast on the Weber Smokey Mountain. Let's go! Let's get right into it. These are some turkey breast roasts from Butterball. These are boneless, and if you've ever eaten turkey at my house, you've probably had some of these before. These are great. They're frozen in at your grocery store, at least at my grocery stores around here. And these are great alternatives to getting a whole turkey breast or a boneless turkey breast, because these are pretty cheap in comparison. You know, these come in at about 3 pounds, but after we take everything out, it'll probably be just short of 3 pounds. Let's open these up so I could show you what we're actually dealing with here. Now these have a lot of juice in them when you open it, so I prefer to open these in a bowl. That way you can kind of contain everything, and then we'll show you here what we have. First, take this netting off. And then we pop this open. Try to be careful because there is a gravy bag inside of here. So if you punch that open, you can make a bigger mess than needed. See, we have this gravy packet. I don't use it. If you want to use it, go ahead. Toss that out. So now you take this roast out. Now this is what it looks like. It comes in a netting just to keep everything together while you're cooking. And when it's done cooking, you could go ahead, cut the netting off and slice it up, and you'll see it comes out great. So we're gonna take all 3 of these apart right now. You can see all those juices and why I like to keep it in a bowl. We got them out of their packaging. On the tray here, we're just gonna give them a quick pat dry, so when we're seasoning them, they don't get too crazy. Kind of dry off this tray a little bit as well, just so we know that moisture isn't going to take anything of the seasoning off while it's sitting and resting here. Now I love cooking these like I do my normal turkey breast, which is Texas style, salt, pepper over some nice smoke. When it gets to a certain color, we're going to wrap it with butter, pull it, slice it. So let's season these. I'm just going to use some kosher salt, some 16 mesh black pepper from Pork Mafia, and these I'm going to hit with a little Tony C's Cajun seasoning. And for this, I do leave the nets on until they're done cooking. The reason I do that is because these are kind of floppy and could fall apart when you take the netting off. I have taken the netting off and it's turned into 3-4 pieces. So you want to cook it whole. That way at the end you have a nice roast that you can slice all together. And a light dusting of the Tony C's. It could get a little spicy, so some people may not like that. You could leave it off completely, and or you could just do whatever rubs you like on here. I like the Texas style salt, pepper with a little kick on it. It is okay to go a little heavy on the seasoning, because when you do pull the netting off at the end, you may take some seasoning off with you, but use your own discretion. These are seasoned up, getting ready to go. Next thing we're going to do is go fire up that Weber Smokey Mountain. Let's go. And today for this cook, we are going to use the Weber Smokey Mountain with Jealous Devil lump charcoal. And we do have a couple pieces of cherry wood in there to get some more smoke flavor onto these turkey breast roasts. So we're going to start with a small pile because we really don't need a lot. This is going to be a quick cook. So we have a small pile, a couple pieces, and a small chimney right in the center here. And that's how we set up the coals. Let's put this together. And today we are going to use the fire dial in here. And I am going to put a pan with a little bit of water in there just to help keep some moisture in the chamber. We're going to put this off to one side. Get that water in there. See, we have it off to one side. We're gonna put the grate right over that, and we'll be able to rotate around if need be with any hot spots, but we are also keeping moisture in the chamber. Weber Smokey Mountain's all put together. We have those vents open at about 1/3 of the way, maybe 25% of the way only. That way we can keep this temp down where we want it. We're gonna wanna cook in that 250, 275 range. So now that these turkey breasts are set up, let's get them on the grill. these are on, and we're gonna come back maybe half hour, 45 minutes, check on the temperature and the color, because right now we're really just looking to get to a certain color that we like before we wrap, because we wanna keep as much of the juices intact and in our foil as we can, because we're gonna use that later. So this is closed down, we're gonna let it cook, and we'll be back in half hour, 45 minutes to check on that color and temp. These turkey breast roasts are looking great. So we pulled them off the grill. Look at this great smoke color this has all over. These are gonna be delicious. So now the next step in cooking these is to lay a little bit of butter down on a piece of foil. I like using this squeeze butter because it melts wonderfully. A little bit on the bottom and a little dab on top. Quick wrap, and that's how we're gonna do all three of them. We're gonna wanna keep the juice that comes out of that turkey mixed with the butter until the end. So if you wanna double wrap these, feel free, that's a great idea, because we do wanna save that juice and pour it over at the end. That just brings it up another notch. So we're gonna get these back on, let these go to about 160, 165, and then pull them off. So we'll be back when it's time to slice after these hit that 160, 165 mark. These turkey breasts are done. They reach an internal temperature of about 165. We pulled them off and they've been resting here for about 30, 40 minutes at this point. So it's time to go ahead and open these up and cut into them and try them out. I said we're gonna be careful when opening these because we wanna keep that juice that's inside this wrap. You can see there's a lot of it in there. And take this out. Just set this off to the side here. You still have this net to deal with that's on the turkey breast. So I just get a good pair of kitchen shears, kind of find my way through here and cut through it. And you want to go a little slow in removing this because it does sometimes implant into the meat. So if you just rip it off, you could rip chunks of the meat off with it as well. So just take your time, and there you have it. There's your turkey breast roast. Time to slice into it. Now I just cut right along with it. Nice and tender. You can see nice and juicy. Get in here. See nice and juicy. Now what I like to do with the juice here is just give this a little run over there. That adds a lot of flavor back to it. They just go ahead, super tender, give it a bite. If you haven't had smoked turkey yet, you're missing out. Smoked turkey is one of my favorite cuts for barbecue. It's so easy, simple, delicious, and it doesn't take too long. This took roughly 3.5 hours, including that half hour, 40-minute rest. So just under 3 hours of cook time, half hour rest. So this turned out great. Try it at home. Let me know what you think. I'm sure you're gonna love it. If you like what we did here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media, and I will be talking to you all soon. Cheers, everybody. Peace.